Bob Schieffer is CBS News Chief Washington correspondent and host of Face the Nation. He's with us this morning. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Harry.
So is your sense then that, because I have to say I watched a good portion of the 7 hours yesterday, and it was interesting because there are points on which both parties agree. Do you have the sense they will find those things they agree on and then pass it together, or will the Democrats, as Bill suggested, go it alone?
I think the Democrats will probably go it alone. I think this is part of the White House strategy now, Harry. If this 7.5 hours showed anything yesterday, it showed us just how deep the divide is on a good part of this. So I don't think there is going to be bipartisanship. What the president seemed to suggest is, as Bill Plante said, they are now going to go ahead with this process called reconciliation. This is a seldom used parliamentary device. Bottom line of it is, when you do it this way, you don't have to have the supermajority, the 60 votes. You can pass it with a simple majority. If they do that, there is going to be an enormous cost, because Republicans are just going to go crazy about this, and I think that they will vow to tie up the Senate on every other single issue that comes before it this year. The Democrats, by the same token, will be saying, okay, go ahead and try to do that and see what the voters think of that. And as the president said, then we'll sort it all out in November. So I don't see much coming out of this right now, Harry. I think the divide is still there.
If this is true, this is basically the president saying, taking all the chips, putting them in the middle of the table, saying, I'm all in on this deal. We're going to pass this health care the way it is. I will risk my presidency. I will risk the fall elections on this one issue, come hell or high water. Am I reading that right?
I think you're right. And he is basically daring the Republicans to do the same thing. He's saying, okay, use whatever tactics you can to try to tie this thing up. Let's see what the voters think about it. But here's the other part in all this, Harry. I'm not sure at this moment that there are enough votes in the House of Representatives to pass what the president wants to do, because there are still very big disagreements between Democrats within the House and between Democrats in the House and the Senate. Right. So I just see trouble ahead.
Bob Schieffer, we will look for you on Sunday morning on Face the Nation.
Thank you very much, Eric.
Thank you very much for taking the time to be with us.